Hello and welcome to Park Life. I'm Will Barrett and I will be filling in for Craig, who we hope will be back in time for the next episode from his trip to Barrow. But first up, here's what's coming up on today's show. As always, we hear from the manager, we talk to Jed Penberthy about everything you need to know and more about Southend. We take in a classic encounter from Roots Hall. But first up, let's take our first trip to Barrow since 1971.
What comes in the form of 19 goals this campaign. Matt J. Williams back into Jay's path from the acute angle. He stabs it goalwards. An in-swinger, big boys, the likes of Sweeney. Parks up from the back, flicked on at the near post. Will it drop to Parks? Atangana throws a right foot at it and appeals for a penalty. Free kick given the other way. Brough drives forward in towards the edge of the box. Will it drop with James? Appeals for a penalty. Brough, he's in and he scores. Patrick Brough. Caprice. The introductions by Matt Taylor in the second half. Effort from range from Sparks in towards the near post, hacked away. Collins, a few step overs, hangs up a delivery towards the far post, and that's a good save by Dixon. In the armoury of Barrow this evening, flicked on by Andrew. Quigley inside right channel, still going. It's Quigley to make it 2 for Barrow, and surely to wrap up 3 vital points in their efforts to drag themselves further clear of the drop. Everyone committed forward, delivered in towards the box, headed away. Is that Pierce Sweeney? Yes, it is. 2-1. Not dealt with on this occasion by Barrow. Sweeney, decent finish, flicked forward. And there goes the full-time whistle. Well, a major blow to Exeter in their push for the top 7.
Next up is the manager, who was named EFL Boss of the Week after last weekend's win against Cambridge. But as always, with the gaffer, it's about what comes next. So let's hear his thoughts ahead of Southend United.
And he'll have had a free week to work with that group of players. So difficult one to prepare for, but we're not really preparing in terms of tactical aspects of games at the moment, and not really concentrating too much on the opposition, because similar to what we've just discussed, there's no time to do that. The players are off today. A Friday is just walk through set pieces and a little bit of shape, and you have to concentrate on yourselves in relation to your own performance, and that's all we'll be doing tomorrow. And our focus will be on how we start the game, how the game pans out in the first 10-15 minutes of a game, a home game at the park, an early kickoff where we want to start the game well and we want to get on top, and we want a performance which is similar to what we've had when we've been successful at the park this season. And we know what that's all about, but that will require a little bit of energy, a little bit of intensity, a little bit of forward thinking, and the players really stepping up to the plate in terms of another challenge, a fresh challenge, but also knowing that we're against a team fighting for their lives, and an opposition manager who does know that group of players and knows the club inside and out.
Hailing from the same village as Harry Kite and with the same strong one of our own energy, it's everyone's favourite Park Life personality, the Prince of Puns, Jed Penberthy, who's here with the lowdown on Southend United.
Sitting at the south end of the League Two table come our visitors from Essex this weekend. Formed in 1906, Southend United were an original member of Division 3 upon the league's formation in 1920. Between the 60s and the 80s, they yo-yoed between Division 3 and 4, only winning a single title in that time, and that was Division 4 in 1981. By the early 90s, the Seasiders were a different kettle of fish and were promoted to the second tier for the first time in their history. Though they suffered back-to-back relegations in 1997 and 1998, they returned to the Championship in 2006 as Steve Tilson guided them to the League One title. Now, though, they sit lowly in 23rd in the League Two table and are looking to retain their EFL status. In a late attempt to stay in League Two, Southend have just switched their managers back to an old acquaintance. Phil Brown returns after 3 years away, where he's done stints at Swindon and in India with Pune City and Borussia Dortmund's sister club, Hyderabad FC. The 61-year-old is most iconic for his earpiece that he wore in Hull City's promotion to the Premier League back in 2008. And the poor blighter was in attendance at Barrow on Tuesday night when the Grecians fell to a 2-1 defeat. Southend's home is Roots Hall, but at the moment they're rooted in the relegation zone. They began playing at Roots Hall on their formation in 1906, but had to move away to an amusement park in the middle of Southend. After clearing the Kurzel carousels and ferrying away the Ferris wheels, they moved back to Roots Hall in 1955. And the Shrimpers are looking to swim away to a brand new out-of-town stadium at Fossett's Farm. In April last year, the club reached an agreement with the council to build a new 21,000-seater stadium on the site, turning Roots Hall into housing. This week's one to watch is star Cypriot Jason Dimitri, who plays in the heart of midfield for Southend. The 32-year-old has 51 caps for his country, and just the one goal, which came in a 2-1 World Cup qualifying win against Israel in 2015. Dimitri captained Cyprus 5 times in his career, but he's going to have to put some elbow grease in if he's going to drag Southend out of the drop zone. Very much a leader in the dressing room, Dimitri has been a shining light for Southend in an otherwise bland season. Expect the Cypriot to try and dictate play whenever he can, and he's not shy to shoot from distance either, so Jokal Andreasen, beware. And finally, although Southend are predominantly known for their navy blue shirts, navy blue shorts and white socks, they did, for the 1910-11 season, change their kit to a red and yellow hoops shirt. No idea. But anyway, they were dubbed the Beef and Mustards by rival clubs, and after relegation that season, quickly switched back to the Blues. And bearing in mind the beef connection, I'm pretty sure the person who designed the kit did not get a well done.
He bagged a goal at Cambridge last weekend. He's been an ever-present in the City lineup this season. I think we should catch up with Archie Collins and hear his thoughts ahead of Southend United.
But we've just got to learn from what happened on Tuesday as a team and as a collective, and make sure that going into the last 6 games, it just doesn't happen again, and gives us the best opportunity to win as many as we can and get up the table where we want to be.
Yeah, and although Tuesday wasn't what we wanted, I think the Cambridge game showed what we were capable of this season. It was probably one of the best performances of the season, wasn't it? And we've just got to, try and perform like that again.
Yeah, each game in this league is so different, the way the football is, and sometimes that suits us better when the ball's on the floor. And I mean, you can't have that all the time, and we got to learn ways to win games. That takes gritty performances and grinds them out, and takes all 3 points. And if we can add that to our game this year, we'd be in a much better position, and hopefully we can learn from Tuesday and take that into our last 6.
This week marks our annual Kick It Out match, where we say no to racism in all forms in football. This week I spoke to Nigel Atangana, who shared his thoughts on the campaign.
I think it's really important. I mean, we know now in 2021, racism is not allowed anymore. When I see some games, or in Italy, or recently in Spain, where some players can say some silly words to other players, is no places for racism, So no, for me is a big campaign. Personally, I never. Nobody told me bad things, even from other crowds. So I'm quite lucky, but I know people who were abused about it. And it's definitely not great things. And I think Exeter is doing well with this campaign, and every clubs. So this is good.
Thank you, mate. I just wondered, for those reading the programme, do you have a message for supporters out there? Anything you'd like them to consider? Your chance to share that if you would like to.
I think they have to recognize it's been a tough season without them, but we all need all the support possible to reach the playoffs of the automatics. And I know they can't come to the stadium or everything, but on social media, just positive message to the lads. Just share the love, If we see some positive message from the fans, of course, we give maybe an extra 5 or 10%, on the match day. I think is massive, and just try to encourage them. And we're all on the same boat, and as a player, part of the squad, we will give everything to reach the Exeter goal.
Next up is a man who definitely needs to get out more. Yes, it's me. with the historic head-to-head record against Southend.
Our first game against Southend United was way back in October 1920 when the sides played out a goalless draw at St James Park during our first season in the EFL. Since then, the Grecians and the Shrimpers have gone on to face each other on 124 occasions, making it one of our most regular fixtures through history. In fact, only those rascals at Northampton have played us more times than this weekend's opposition. In all, the record in all competitions with Southend is pretty tight, with City winning 41, drawing 38 and losing 45 times in this fixture. Now, with the season heading to a conclusion, it would be wrong not to mention what is perhaps the most important and significant game between the two sides in our history. That one came at the Park on the 27th of April 1990, when not one but two penalties were stroked home by Tom Kelly to confirm our promotion to the third tier and to set up the Division 4 title win that came just a few days later. Of course, a win in the 125th encounter between the clubs won't be enough to confirm our objectives for this season, but it would certainly help.
God, he knows his stuff. Anyway, who remembers our last trip to Roots Hall? Alex Fisher certainly does. Let's take a look back at all the action from our visit there in October 2020.
As the rain comes down, and Matt J. Egbury. And this is Goodship. Onto his left foot. Oh, super strike, super goal. Mark Oxley. And Oxley has cleared it straight to an Exeter player. And here's Bowman. And this is Randall. 1-1. 5 minutes before half-time, Exeter equalise. And he slips in Joe Randall. And here he is again. Oh, and he slipped past his man. And the curler is brilliantly punched away. Collins was behind him. Page with the cross. Cross is a good one, and there's a foul. And what is the referee, Kevin Johnson, against Lewis Ward? 2-1, Southend lead. Still Collins. Gets the run of the ball, and the shot is really well saved. Alex Fisher will come on. A striker. Collins retrieves the ball for Exeter. Williams almost won the header. Taylor trying to force his way through. And this is the substitute, Alex Fisher! Oh my word! 5 minutes into stoppage time. And Exeter have equalised. Heartbreak for Southend. Onto the left foot and picks his spot. Nothing the goalkeeper could do about that at all.
That goal just gets better every time you see it. Now, seeing as we're in the mood for quality goals, let's take another trip to Southend-on-Sea, this time for a classic encounter back in October 2014, where the Grecians put in a late show to win the game in spectacular fashion.
No winning 6 for Exeter. Poor run for Paul Tisdale's side. Here's Phillips, under a little bit of pressure, but he manages to roll it back to Bentley, whose clearance gets more height than distance. And a real chance here for Exeter to capitalise, which they've done. Jimmy Keohane puts the visitors in front, but it was the clearance from Daniel Bentley that caused the problems. Keohane latched onto the loose ball. 1-0 Exeter. Coker and Hurst, the two players over the free kick. Will be the in-swinger from Coker. Plenty of height on the ball, and it's headed into the bottom corner by Mark Phillips. And the big defender draws Southend United level. Hurst with the corner. Good corner as well, and Phillips rises highest once again and gets his second goal of the game. 2 for Mark Phillips, and Southend, who trailed in this game, have come from behind to lead 2-1. Sercombe rolls the corner short. It's back to Sercombe, wonderful strike! Top corner from Liam Sercombe. Just a 4th league goal of the season, but surely the pick of the bunch. Caught it brilliantly. No chance for Daniel Bentley. It's 2-2. Chance for Southend. comes the Exeter corner, all the way across to Elliot Richards. Good play from Richards, still going here, Richards! The substitute has put Exeter back in front. And with 3 minutes to go, it's the Grecians that take the lead. Exeter's form away from home has been much better than their home form, and they've picked up another 3 points. A topsy-turvy game at Roots Hall, but it's Exeter City that come out on top.
He gets up when he wants, except on Monday when he was rudely awakened by my Zoom call. Here's Nigel Atangana with the answers to your questions from this week's Fans Q&A.
As always, we have questions from the fans via social media, so we'll kick on straight into that with Dominic Garnett, who asked, what's your favourite music?
I would say French rap music. That's more my style. I like Latino music as well, festive music, but I would say that my favorite is the French rap music.
Nice. Are there any particular artists people should be looking out for?
At the moment, I'm listening artist named Nino or SDM.
Excellent stuff. Good stuff. We'll share that with the fans and they can check it out for themselves. Frankie asks, now this is one I'm sure we'd all like to know the answer to. He asks, what is it like to be a footballer for a country that has won the World Cup in your lifetime? Of course, France have won the World Cup twice in our lifetimes. He says he's asking for a friend. So what was that like growing up and again, also in recent years?
So as I said, it's a massive country of football. It's not many professional league, so you don't have many chances to finish a professional football player. That's why I tried to get my chance here in England. So when you reach your goal and you finally sign your professional contract, all my family, all my friends were so happy. So I think I make them proud. They're really proud of me. So yeah.
So that for you was like a World Cup win. And what was it like when France won the World Cup with the big celebrations?
Oh, was so nice, to be fair. Everyone was happy. Everyone in the streets celebrating. No, it was really nice feelings.
That's wonderful. Hopefully we'll all get to experience that over here one day. But on the French team, LG Live, what is the best French dish in your opinion?
Oh, there is a lot of people ask me what's the best French dish, but in France we're eating everything. So we can eat some Italian food or Spanish food, but it's called as a French dish as well. So I like the pasta carbonara for me. Even if it's Italian, we're eating a lot in France. So for me, it's like a French dish. But if you want something really, really French, I don't know. I like mussels, maybe. I don't know. Nice. Good mussels and garlic wine sauce with chips. I love it.
It all sounds delicious. I'm hungry at the minute, so it's probably for me to ask. I'll move on to Alistair Yates again on the same thing. Now, Al is a big Exeter City fan, but he's a small fan of FC Lorient. So he's wondering, do you support a French football team? And if so, which one?
Unfortunately, not. I'm just following, supporting PSG for the Champions League, or any French team for the Champions League. But as I told you, I'm a massive fan of Arsenal Football Club, so I'm an Arsenal fan.
Excellent stuff. The French connection there, obviously.
Yeah.
Wenger, Henry, Petit, Vieira, and the like.
Yes, absolutely.
Legends of the game. Al Baker's moving us closer to home, and he's asking, what's your favourite thing about the UK and Devon in particular?
So first of all, about the UK is just the mentality of people. Doesn't matter if you're Muslim or like any religion, they will like you as a person like what you are. In France, we're having a lot of problems about all the religion. So that's the first things for me. And the people are already warm here. I never had a problem when I was on my own. People always help me, feel me welcome, and I appreciate it. So in Devon, as I said, like the people are already warm, very nice people. It's like they're a bit more chill, because it's the South, they're a bit more chill. But no, some lovely people. Yeah,
that's it, my friend. It's the Devon way. That's how we're around here. ECFC contact us. Who is your favourite player that you've played with in your career?
Like professional career, or even when I was young?
Oh, whenever. The person you've enjoyed playing football with the most, I think, would be the best answer.
Okay, that would be when I was more young in my academy. He's a player called Clevid Dikamona. So he's still my best friend. He's playing for Kilmarnock at the moment. He quite a good career, play for French national team with Mamadou Sakho when he was young. He was a really, really talented player, and I just enjoyed to play with him. He was a central back. I was a central midfielder. We had a really great connection, so I always say him.
Get on, talented player and a good friend. That's lovely.
Yeah.
George asks, what is the hardest decision that you've had to make in your career, and was it the right one?
So the hardest one was to leave my agent Ono when I was doing well. When I was playing for Portsmouth, I decided to stay with him. It was a wise decision or no. Can't really tell, but sometimes you have to make decisions for your future. I'm a faithful person, I'm a loyal person. When I start an adventure with someone, I like to stick with him. But sometimes in life you need to make your own path. So I would say maybe this decision, but I don't know. Maybe it was my destiny to stay here and play for Exeter. So, but otherwise, any bad choices I made in life, I don't have any regrets. For me, it was, as I say, it was maybe my destiny to make that mistake, and that's it. Yeah.
See, we live and learn, don't we? We live and learn.
Yes, exactly.
And Jose Luis, just for our final question on the theme of decisions, Luis is a fan in Brazil, and he asked, do you know any Brazilian clubs, and would you like to play in Brazil one day?
Obviously, yes. I know a few clubs in Brazil, big clubs like Santos, Fluminense, all the big clubs. Yes, why not? I would love to play in Brazil, maybe one day. Yes, maybe that's a bit too late now, but I think that's a good league. Brazil is maybe the first country after UK for football. So no, definitely.
Following your heart, in spirit, in soul. You make every tackle, score every goal. You're part of it wherever you are in the world. From the first minute until the last kick. Victories, heartbreaks, you're part of the fabric, the passion, devotion, supercharging emotion. For you there is only one, abiding loyalty, togetherness that is second to none. Follow every kick, every tackle, every goal. With access to live stream games and matchday commentary, with coverage spanning the globe. behind the scene content, newsletters and match highlights. There's no better way for you to get closer to your club. And with iFollow sales supporting them, there's no better way to show your love. When you can't be there with iFollow.
So that's all we have time for this week. Craig will be back next time around for your viewing pleasure. But in the meantime, all of the action this weekend can be watched on iFollow for just 10 of your English pounds, whilst all of the updates and all of the info that you need to know will be live on the website and social media as always. Come on, you Reds.